Now, on the public health front, speaking of health and human services, the left is still pushing these ridiculous lockdown orders. I think I have now heard the most coherent pro-argument lockdown from this entire many months long fiasco. This comes from a public school teacher. She was driving down the street in her car, and I felt she articulated this better than just about anybody. Wow. Very persuasive. Very, very persuasive. This is who is teaching our students. I actually do think it's exactly as persuasive as everything Newsom or Cuomo or any of these other people say. At least she's being honest about how it has no basis in rational thought and it's just purely emotional. Getting back to our prior discussion, there's this silly holdover idea that the liberal culture, the secular culture, is neutral. It's just neutral, okay? And we can never suggest, we can never impose our views on anybody else, we conservatives. And the left is there, because if we impose our views, then the left is going to impose their views. I think they're imposing them. I'm pretty sure, that's a public school teacher. I'm pretty sure she's imposing her views. If maybe she was having a bad day, but I think that's pretty good evidence of what you're getting in classrooms. And you're seeing this all around the country. It's not just on the stupid lockdown stuff. It's on the 1619 Project, which is being taught all around the country. Anti-historical trash that is designed purely to get students to hate their country. And sometimes conservatives misunderstand this because conservatives, they say, look, we want education, not indoctrination. Those words mean basically the same thing. Indoctrination comes from the Latin word docere, which means to teach. You'll occasionally hear people say, we don't teach students what to think. We just want to teach them how to think. That's not possible. All education is coercive. You don't need to look like that crazy teacher, but you do need to teach people things. You can't teach people how to think unless you teach them what to think. You can't teach people how to think about mathematics unless you teach them the fact that 2 + 2 = 4. And a student might come to you and say, well, I want to believe that 2 + 2 = 5. Well, you're not allowed to believe that. I have to coerce you to believe that 2 + 2 = 4 if I hope to teach you how to think. The left gets this. The left understands that education is coercive. The right needs to get that too. It's not merely enough to say, hey, in addition to your BLM curriculum where you're reading Kendi's stupid book about anti-racism, or you're reading the 1619 Project, which is fiction, but it's being presented as history. In addition to that, would you mind reading Shakespeare? It's not enough to say that. You have to say, don't read the 1619 Project. Take it out of the curriculum. Don't read Ibram Kendi's stupid book. Take it out of the curriculum. By the way, you have to do that anyway because there's only so much time. There are only so many semesters. There are only so many days in the week. We've got to get much more serious about that if we want to avoid that teacher shaping the next generation, which is currently happening.